Hello? Okay, now you should be able to hear me. I'm probably very loud, if I'm not mistaken. The standards up. I think we're good to go. Sorry for the delay there, folks. Quite tragic, really. This is why I do not stream. I'm not very good at it. I'm just gonna make sure I can actually hear myself speaking, and we will be good to go. You're good to go. Okay. Let's get this underway. I'm probably the least professional streamer there is, but that is okay. We can look at the horizontal ticker because it is not fitting correctly, as you can see. It is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. So we're good to go. Whenever they feel like throwing the green flag, which I believe is going to be next time around. Not mistaken. Pace truck lights are off. I believe it is going to be this time around. If I can figure out my cameras, that would be oh so nice. Degrees Celsius, 26 track temp. There is a 9 km/h south wind, 20% humidity. It is, I believe, 100 laps. 75 laps, sorry. My apologies. So I'm going to try to get my computer set up here. I do not stream often. And when I do stream, it is usually not that good, so hopefully it's a good stream here. Hopefully it's a good race. Sorry about the ticker being small and my game quality being low. No, base truck lights are on. Apologies. So it's at least one more time around, as I believe Wilkin on pole, something for Chase George, who's officiating today. Base car truck lights are off. We will be green this time. I'm not sure if you can hear my mouse clicking like last time. I believe it was Las Vegas. Hopefully you cannot. Did I fix that? As yeah, this game quality is so low. I'm not quite sure why. Not sure why that is so small either. I'm also figuring this out as I go. You can get the grid up here. Yes, you can. There's your top 8. There's nobody. Alright, that's amazing. We'll get rid of that as we are about to go green for the first time here at Darlington. Got some throwback cars on tonight. Let's get a better camera angle here into the restart zone. As we go green here at Darlington, a little bit of check on the inside line there from Christian Zerat into 53. Down into turn 1, Trent Wilkin followed by Robert White and Thompson with Chili's car as Chris gets loose. Oh my, already he saved it though. And Condorian Davis on the way bottom there, checking up. Get a replay on that start there. What? That replay is a little far back. My apologies. Not missing the action. Chris gets the rear end loose, gets sideways, pushes the 49 up into the wall, but he gets it straight again. The 51 almost rear ends from Dorian Davis on that restart there. I believe got some damage from that, if I'm not mistaken. As I believe they're ahead. 50, who was that? Got wrecked in the back there. Let's go back and look at that. Sorry about this, folks. I'm not very good at this. Oh my lord. So the 19 goes around the initial start. Ugh. Oh, it's Condorian. He got sideways down the bottom there. The 51 also a little bit sideways himself. Let's go back to live. Hopefully we didn't miss much, folks. Sorry about that. I'm gonna go over that first lap incident there. As Max 4, Trent Wilkin is still up front. No, Tyler Helms is out front. Apologies. He got ahead. Put the gap there. As Trent Wilkin, YD Thompson, Aaron D. Kovnot, and Max Ford trail behind with the 57 and Max Ford to the inside of the 56 Fortnite car. Down in turn 3 and 4 side by side. Very difficult corner to go side by side. Very good here. Very nice temperatures. It's cold. Not too cold though. They are getting loose. Obviously, we've seen that turn 1 first lap. It's green. As the 19 comes off the pit road after getting some damage there on the start. As you can see, it's Ford loose on the bottom. Saves it. Henry Callahan has to check on the outside line. Jason Smith on the inside, taking advantage of that checkup from the 57. He's going to almost make it work, maybe. Believe he does. Yes, he does. Over turn 3 and 4. Coming back into turn 1 and 2, Max Ford looking on the outside of Wyatt E. Thompson. Wyatt E. comes to shut the door. Max Ford right on his bumper, keeps it to the wall. Not a good run down here in turn 4. Tyler Helms is driving away with it. Max Ford has nothing for Wyatt D. Thompson. Moving back to his entry, looking as he has a little bit of momentum. No, he does not. Forgot to load my camera so it's back. Damn it. As the 77 looks to try to move forward here in P4. Trent Wilkin almost a second behind the leader, 7 laps in. He's making a 10th second on the field. Tyler Helms, sorry. And a fairly good run. Hopefully he's not running some stuff too much. Tyler Helms is usually pretty good in these trucks. I do not have my cameras. I forgot about that. Sorry. Should have been a rear camera. As, yeah, Wyatt D. Thompson is putting pressure on that 6. He's trying to get by. I'm trying to go and chase down the leader. Wyatt D. Thompson? No, sorry. That is Aaron Kovnot. Sorry about that. I'm looking at the 6. I know this is on the 60 on the timing board there. A little bit of a mess up just before the race started. 56 up to the outside of the 6 car. Doesn't get there. He does get there. Trent Wilkin lets him have the outside. They're going to be side by side down in turn 1. That inside line is faster in the first half of the corner. But you want to be on the outside. Trent Wilkin's just going to let him drive by. He's not going to force it. Not going to battle him. As Aaron D. Kovnot is going to look to chase down Tyler Helms. Trent Wilkin is slower to the corner because of that poor exit. He had to drive the bottom. But he comes looking to the inside. What? Wilkin into the wall. Sorry about that. I'm sorry over my own words. Max Ford now to the inside of the 6. Really going to train that. Whoa. Max Ford drives it down to the inside, gets clear of the 6. Trent Wilkin is going nowhere but backwards right now. I get the worst camera angle possible. Wyatt D. Thompson loose off the corner. Now from Carmelo on back, there really does seem to be a big gap from Carmelo back to Cam Barnes. And the reason for that, I'm not quite sure. I'm not sure if we missed something. I don't believe we did. It could just be a pace thing. We could have got held up from that lap 1 incident with Chris getting loose. They could be saving their tires. They are quite a bit back. They're 5 seconds back. Cam Barnes from Noah Nicholson is behind Carmelo. But behind them, there is quite a big gap there. They're 5 seconds behind over 11 laps. That's a concern for these drivers back here. They could be saving their stuff for a long run, and these guys up front could be burning their stuff. But you know, Aaron D. Kovnot into the wall. Aaron D. Kovnot into the wall. He's 3 wide in turn 3. Are they gonna make it 6? Max Ford doors at 56. Put them himself and 56. Wyatt Thompson takes advantage of it, taking P2. as Tyler Holmes has a 1.4 second gap on second place. Now he's on an island of his own. He has gotten that clean air. He has taken advantage of everyone battling behind. He's taken a huge lead. Whitey Thompson, Max Ford now trailing. Trent Wilkin looking to climb back up after falling back a little bit there to the inside of the 56 and 3 and 4. And Henry Callahoffer looking behind, trying to take advantage. No, they both kind of get held up on the exit there. 56 is a little bit slow in the turn 1. 6 big clearing when the exit of 3. Oh, I'm not very good at this whole commentating thing. I don't know my water. 56 into the wall again. That's the second time in a row for the 56. Both the 57 and the 18 are going to get by on. And the 20, even Carmelo's going to look past 56 here. That 56 might have some room on the right side, in the wall. As he is losing something in that car. He had the pace earlier, but might have torn up his truck and just 15 laps. We're not quite sure. There could be something going on there. We're not going to keep an eye on that. He looks to be good this time by, yes. It's a little bit loose off the exit. Trying to keep it out of the wall. And that lets Carmelo get by him. Now, Whitey Thompson is closing that gap to Tyler. It was 1.87. Through after it's 1.1 now. No, why are you doing this to me? I don't know how to use this. I'm trying to, though. Okay, whatever, I can't compare the lap times. But yeah, no, Whitey Thompson kind of keeping that 1.2 second gap now. He did close 4 tenths, 6 tenths on him, but it's kind of keeping a steady 1.2 now. Tyler Holmes could have laid off a little bit earlier, now is putting it back in. Whitey Thompson maybe realized he was pushing a little bit too hard and is laid off. Trying to keep pace with Tyler to not push his stuff, burn up his stuff, because it looks like we're going to go green for a little while here, folks, as we run down the order of these cars. Cam Barnes, kind of on an island of his own. Joseph Enright and the Mystery Machine person garage there. Followed by Jacob S. Bryant, who is, I believe, no, he's not. Sorry, that's not Jacob S. Bryant, that's just the other guy. Jacob S. Bryant. Ibanez in pit road. Chase. Well, I'm not even going to try to pronounce that. I apologize. Gets past Travis Crasser for the last spot on the lead lap. I'm not sure why that is. Sorry about that, guys. I'm not sure why the horizontal ticker isn't. Oh. Maybe that? Oh. Alright, I'm not going to try to use it at all. I'm just going to keep with the vertical ticker. Sorry about that, guys. You've kind of single filed out here a little bit. Carmelo's fallen off from Henry and Chase Smith. Remember he made a couple passes earlier. Almost 2 seconds back, 1.5 seconds back from Henry. Chase Smith is into the wall somewhat hard. And the 57 is way down to the inside, making a move on Chase Smith in that Ford Infinity scheme. They're side by side and going forward. And keep it good on the exit. The 18s and use advantage of the high line, get the run off the corner. 57 really slow off the exit. Tyler Holmes is losing a lot of time to Whitey Thompson. It's been almost a second. It's been almost a second since White took P2. Only 6 tenths, a little bit of smoke. Only 6 tenths now between them. As somebody here. I don't believe that was Tyler. Sounded like it was in front of them. He's closing that gap. Tyler might have burnt up his slot. Kind of a lead. I think he might have. Trent Wilkin also following close behind that 77, following him to Chili's. What Trent Wilkin is doing right now, Max Ford quite a ways back from that trio up there. Jason Smith quite a ways away from Max Ford. Max Ford out to get a good situation right here. You can save his stuff, let those three up there battle, and you can take the lead. I'm not sure what fuel is. That's my apologies yet again. I'm not sure I believe it's always a two-stopper, as I'm routine the DM, as they are now side by side up front, and you get a better camera on that. Sorry, Trent Wilkin now on the inside of YT Thompson, doing this a little bit of a slide job, but he's gonna make it work. And we got the bumper camera here. Trent Wilkin has retaken P2 from YT Thompson. Out of turn 2, they are gonna try to chase down Tyler. Trenton looks to be the faster Toyota of the two. Trenton down to the inside, 3-4 for the lead. Second lead change of the night. Trenton makes it work, almost like he wasn't there. Trent Wilkin now takes P1. As I've been told to turn up my mic, I will do exactly that. I believe that should be better. Thank you, Chase George, Lee Gunner, and race special for tonight. Trent Wilkin now has a 3/10 gap on Tyler. 3/10 gap, yeah. YD Thompson now looking to pass that one Toyota. Might try to get it done in 1 and 2 here. Tyler running a little bit of a higher line than YD Thompson. So in turn 1, YD Thompson is going to back up his entry. It's going to give him a better exit, maybe. Tyler, you hear him lift off a little bit. He drove it a little bit too hard. YD Thompson didn't get the run he was looking for there. He might try to make something work in 3 and 4. No, he might wait for 1 and 2 again. No, he might do it on the front stretch. Might have the pass for P2. YT Thompson gonna look down to the inside. No, he's not. He's gonna wait one more corner. He's gonna back it up again. Not as much as last time. As he's gonna have a run on the exit. He kind of had to check up. Tyler was slow on the exit there a little bit. YD Thompson looks for any move really. Kind of being held up as Trent Wilkin took the lead 2 laps ago. He's pulling away. Tyler really tight up against that wall. Trenton's truck looks a lot better right now. YD Thompson's truck looks a lot better right now. Apologies. Drive it into 1, sorry. YD Thompson kind of backed up his entry. Again, he's doing the same thing over and over again, but getting no result out of it. He's not really saving his stuff by doing that. He's burning it off the exit. Here we go. Tyler drove it in low. Wyatt drove it in high. Wyatt's going to have a little bit more of a run. He's going to try to make something work down here in 1 and 2 if he can get beside him. It's quite a big run. He's going to look. He's going to look. No, Tyler shut the door. Wyatt wasn't quite close enough. There's no stages in the trucks. There is an Xfinity and Cup, which is at Nashville next week, I believe. Friday, Saturday. Here we go. YD Thompson down to the inside. They're going to be side by side. 1 and 3 and 4. Tyler up into the wall. All the way in the wall, but still got up into the wall. He's burnt up his stuff a little bit too much in that early stint. Trent Wilkin, YD Thompson laid off. Let Tyler do that to himself, and now, well, Trenton has a 1.4 second gap to Wyatt D. Thompson. Remember, they got up to Tyler at the same time. Trenton got around him so much easier than Wyatt did, and that let Trenton gain a second and a half, almost an entire corner on Wyatt. We're going to go to a little bit of a midfield battle. These two are side by side, 3 and 4. Norman Nicholson just completed the pass as Carmelo is getting passed by Travis Prather, who's 2 laps down currently. Travis can probably pit a little bit sooner. Might have had some damage we didn't see. Yeah, he's obviously taking tires. He's flying by these guys on the lead lap, so he's probably taking tires. Did an early stop. I believe it only is a 1-stopper. That is one hell of a spec map job. And we're going to scroll through here, see if there's anybody battling. Colby Duckworth looking to pass Riley Ibanez. Riley Ibanez is 2 laps down as well. He did a pit stop earlier. The trucks are apparently still a little bit louder than me. So we will figure out where my mouse is gone and adjust that. We will turn my microphone up even more. I believe it's that one. Riley Ibanez is going to let Kobe Duckworth just drive by him down in turn 1 there. Get out of the way for a Toyota teammate. Now give a little bit of a three-way battle. The 19 of Jose Algaier is not on the lead lap. Jacob S. Bryant in the 12 SpongeBob, I believe that's for the new movie coming out. And Christian Zarate are on the lead lap. That would be for position. Cam Barnes again on his own little island there. I've received another message. It is probably irrelevant, and that it was. Aaron D. Cobblant and Chris Zarate looking to have a little battle here. Chevy versus Ford. We've seen this many times this season. Chris right on his bumper on the exit of 2. They look side by side into 3 and 4. Chris has the better line. He backs out of it though. Not really seen by Chris to back out of a move like that. He tends to be pretty aggressive. Aaron D. Cobblant gets a little loose on that high side. Remember, he was in the wall earlier, about 2 or 3 times. Probably did some damage to his truck. There he is again, into the wall. You cannot do that. They're going to be side by side. Aaron Cobblant might be a little faster on exit. No, Chris is going to slide up in front of him. Chris gets loose on the exit, trying not to run the 56 up into the wall. 56 did get into the wall anyways. Chris way loose, almost wrecked it. Oh. Chris is apparently racing with an uncalibrated wheel. I don't think his wheel was ever calibrated properly in the first place, but that's not for me to say. So, yeah, Chris just got loose off the exit there and didn't run the 56 up into the wall. Lost 2 positions on Dorian Davis, who was right in front of him, and Jacob S. Bryant, who is now side by side with the 56. Now the 19 car is 3 laps down. The 12 is making an easy move to the outside. That 56 has been to the wall more times than I can count tonight. Somebody is in pit road. I'm not quite sure who that is. I believe it's Zachary Tyler. No. Riley Ibanez? Yeah, Riley Ibanez is in pit road again. And Kobe Duckworth is. Pit stops are happening. At least for some drivers. So Chase S. Smith, the first car that was in the top 5, I believe, is pitting. As Carmelo is also coming down pit road and he's blinking. That might be me. A lot of people in pit road. Joseph Smith, so you can see on the left side of the screen there. Tyler Helms is 1 lap down. Coming out of pit road. First car to pit. Apologies for missing that. I'm not a professional streamer at all. As Aaron Cobblant comes into pit road, I believe they get a fast car in this series. If you're Aaron, this is a good time to use it. If you're going to be that loose, that tight. He's coming down the pit road. Easy pit road to miss. Myself and the Cup Series have hit those barrels. I'm not proud of doing bits. Whitey Thompson in pit road. Lee coming into his stall. Yes, Carmelo was around him. Probably going to be a 4-tire stop, I'd imagine, and fuel. You can make it to the end. It's going to be close. You're going to be running low. If there is an overtime attempt, you are going to have to pit again for fuel and gas. For fuel and tires. Okay, nice pit stop by Wyatt. Aaron Cobblant coming into pit road. Let's get an onboard here. I don't have the onboard cam. Oh, is it rollout? There we go. He leaves pit road. If you're really careful on these cold tires, getting off of pit road. As it is very slippery, a lot of marbles down here, a lot of rubber. Track's cold, tires are cold. He gets off pit road nicely. Make sure he doesn't hit anybody coming off. I've seen that many times before, not in this track in particular. There's Kobe Duckworth behind him. That is for position. Kobe has already pit. It's going to be a little bit warmer tires, but his tires are going to be a little bit more warm than Aaron. As you see, Kobe's going to catch up to him a little bit here. He should. but Aaron will probably pull away. He has a couple lap fresher tires. 41 in Kobe Duckworth's way. That is also for position. Travis Prather, Kobe Duckworth. The exit of 2, Kobe has the momentum. He's going to look down on the inside. This is for 16th. As they get side by side, Travis Prather into the wall. Nothing new to see there. As they exit turn 4, Kobe Duckworth clear of the 41. Going to look to chase down Aaron. Aaron did pit from a decent position. Yeah, they're in 13th, and that was for 16th. Now they're for 13th, these two. Carmelo is the next car ahead, almost an entire back straightaway away. As Noah Nicholson, Condorian Davis pit. Or in their pit stall, Chase S. Smith coming off the pit road. Henry Kalahoff has taken the lead after Trent Wilkin has pit. Sorry for missing all these pit stops. I don't usually stream. Apologies for that. Cam Barnes, Jacob S. Bryant, Christian Zarate pitting. As I've got a Snapchat, apologies for that. Whitey Thompson has inherited the lead. Tyler Helms right behind him. He might have gotten damaged, he might have hit the wall and we didn't see it, or he could have burnt up his stuff. That one is very good in the short run, but in the long run, we haven't seen anything out of that from that first run. In the long to medium run, he is good, but that short to medium run, he is good, but that long run, he just couldn't do it. He got passed by 2 cars. Trent Wilkin had a somewhat bad stop there. He's 2 seconds behind, but we've seen him make up that lead, that distance. Whitey Thompson is in the lead. Tyler Helms looks to chase him down. Chase S. Smith in 3rd, followed by Max Ford. As they now catch lap traffic of Christian Zarate. Will Chris get out of the way? He will not. He's going to fight for his lead lap. He has the right to do so. If you're on the lead lap, going 1 lap down, you can battle the leaders for your lead lap. But if you're more than 1 lap down, you have to give way, let the leaders by, and then you can battle them. Whitey Thompson is going to look to the inside of Chris. They're going to give this up too easy. Yeah, Whitey Thompson has to back out of it. Wasn't given a lot of room there. This is like seeing Golden Scar back in season 3 of Fortnite for Tyler. White's having to burn up his stuff. He's getting held up by Chris, getting that dirty air. While Tyler can kind of just do his own thing, he's going a little bit easier on those tires. He's going to try to save them for the long run. As Chris, yeah, he's just going to run his race. Not like if Chris gives up his position that Whitey Thompson can go anywhere anyways. He's like 2 wide in front of him. That is for position. That's for P15, these two. As Whitey Thompson also got to the inside of Travis Prather, who hits the wall. And that Matt Craft and Throwback. Forgot to mention it is Throwback week. As Tyler Helm looks to the inside of Travis Prather as well. That really slowed him down, that contact the wall on turn 1. I misclicked. Oh my lord. Trent Wilkin also making easy work of that 41 getting by him. He has caught almost a second now on the leader. He has obviously caught with Tyler. That 6 is very good on the long run. Just that short run, he doesn't have a lot of pace, but he is kind of proven right now that short run, he can make it work. You can see, let's get to the inside. Will he clear the 1, 3, and 4? He will clear the 1, 3, and 4. Yes, he does. Tyler is really not pushing. He might be trying to save those tires. Realize what he did wrong in stage 1. Stage 1, before we pit, sorry. And is now trying to fix that for the second half of the race. Should be 25 to go here. We are 3/4 done this race. 3/4. 2/3 done this race. It's been green so far. I've just jinxed it. Chris is on the bumper of the 67. That is for position. As he's going to run up high, a little bit higher than that 67, try to get some of that fresh air. Might have a run on the exit. Oh, not what I wanted to do. Oh my lord, I'm sorry. There we go. Gonna drive a little bit higher. Rear end's gonna get a little bit loose up there. There's a little bit less grip up there. Yeah, as Whitey Thompson has also kind of laid off, so has Trenton Wilkin, only getting 2/10 over those last couple of laps. I still can't do this compared thing. There you go. Oh my god, I figured it out. Yeah, as you can see, Trent is running quite a bit faster, actually. Never mind what I said earlier. This lap time... Oh, I'm comparing Tyler and... Oh my lord. Sorry about that. I'm new to this. Last lap, as Whitey Thompson actually ran a little bit faster than Trent Wilkin behind him. They take this corner here. Trent Wilkin getting up to speed a little bit faster there. Trent Wilkin ran 3/10 quicker that lap. I'm going to stop with this whole compare thing though. As Trent Wilkin does look to be kind of putting it on right now. With 23 laps to go. There's 2 cars ahead of Whitey Thompson, not really giving him a lane to pick for fresh air. It will give him a lot of draft on that straightaway, but Trenton will also benefit from that. But in the corners, wherever Wyatt goes, you're going to be dirty air in front of him. Trenton pretty much identically following Wyatt. Dirty air isn't too big in the trucks, but it is still a factor you have to take aware of. And he just gained so much time in that corner, gained almost 2.5 tenths there. Same for 3 and 4 here. Trenton going to get a way better middle and entry. And an identical exit to Wyatt D. Thompson. And drive it in deep. Need a lot of time on his bumper now. On the exit, he's even going to get a better exit than Wyatt D. Thompson. He's on his bumper, looking to the inside. He's going to make him move into 3 and 4. He just gained almost 3/10 that lap. Wilkin has put on the afterburner. He's going to get clear. Wyatt D. Thompson get within a foot of each other on the bumper. Trent Wilkin clears Wyatt D. Thompson for the lead with 20 to go. Now can Trent Wilkin hold on to the lead for 20 more laps? Next closest car behind is Tyler Helms. He's 3 seconds back. Then it's Max Ford, who is 5 seconds back. This is going to be a interesting final 20 laps or so. As they're going to be near the end of the fuel run, end of the tires at the end of this. Trent Wilkin's tire is in the ground. Yeah, Tyler Helms quite a ways away. Max Ford does seem to be gaining on Tyler. We might have a battle for third at the end of this. Whitey Thompson kind of flying off a little bit. He could be saving. Trenton could be pushing a little bit too soon, a little bit too early. But you never know. He's going to be right on the back of the 67 of Joseph Enright. Gets him a little bit loose on the exit there. Just stays way out of the way for the leaders. When you're slow and the leaders want to go, you got to get out of the way. And Joseph Enright just learned that. Yeah, Trenton is just driving away with this thing. We're able to compare again. That lap, fairly similar. Trenton ran a little bit faster. But out of 3 and 4, yeah, he ran 2/10 quicker. Just under 2/10 quicker that time by, so flips the wall a little bit. As we run completely green so far for the first 60 laps of the 75 laps this race. There's 14 cars on the lead lap, just been right. You just seen him get lapped. He's the first car lap down. I believe that was Condorny and Davis pitting, or Christian Zarate. Who did I just see pit? I'm going insane. 8/10 of a gap now in 4 laps for Trenton Wilkin. He might be kind of burning up his stuff a little bit early on purpose here and just kind of hoping that when his tires wear off a little bit, it'll be enough at the end that Wyatt D. Thompson or Tyler Helms. Actually, Tyler Helms just got passed by Max Ford. Sorry for not watching that. We need a replay on it. You can. It's gonna be into 3 and 4 for Max Ford. Getting a little bit of an arrow push by that 19. Max Ford's gonna look down to the inside of Tyler. He's gonna drive it in. They're gonna be side by side. He doesn't get clear by the exit, but Tyler ran a little bit high, got on the wall a little bit. Now he's gonna let Max Ford get clear by the exit of the corner, giving him the lead. Now when we come live, Max Ford is a ways ahead. Trying to chase down those leaders who are not even in his vision right now in the middle of the corner. When he gets out of the corner, he can barely see him. He's just straight away. As Kobe Duckworth spins, I believe, trying to come down to pit road, maybe? See what happened. I'm sorry for that big black box. He gets into the wall. I believe he's coming down to pit. There's a lot of right front damage. A lot of it, and he just loses it. Car just kind of bounces there on the bottom of Darlington on the signage there, and he just loses it. I believe they kept it green. If I'm not mistaken. They did, yes. Kobe Duckworth comes down to pit road. Shouldn't look at still leading this thing. Almost 10 laps to go. It's unfortunate for Kobe. Already having a somewhat bad day for his standards anyways. And that has to go and happen to him. Hit the wall. And spin it. Oof. Unfortunate. Max Ford still losing time to Trent. He has that draft from Joseph Enright ahead. But that's not really helping him here as Trent Wilkin continues to drive away from even Wyatt D. Thompson. There's 10 laps to go, coming in 9 to go. Sorry about that. My brain stopped working for a second there. Yeah, Wyatt D. Thompson. We're going to do this comparison again. Now that I figured it out. I mean, he's running 1 point... Sorry, he's running like 0.3 slower. If you're Wyatt, you gotta start pushing now. There's not a lot of time. You still have to get by the guy. You gotta get by this lap car in between. Dorian Davis, who is not having the best day himself, who is running almost 2 seconds slower than you are. Over 2 seconds slower. He is giving you that draft, though. That is gonna help Wyatt. But giving him that 30 air in the middle of the corner will not help him. They are both Chevys. Trying to chase in a Toyota. My Spotify stopped playing. As yeah, Wyatt D. Thompson has to get around Wyatt. Has to get around Dorian Davis here. As that 5 truck is smoking or something's wrong with that 5 truck. He's smoking. He might be blowing up or something. He might be down a cylinder. That's what they're telling us anyway. But yeah, no, he needs to get around him. Why is there big black blocks on my... What the... Sorry, I want to go back and replay that because there's a... Oh yeah, he just let him by and got into the wall. Sorry about that. I'm not sure there's a black box on my screen. I'm not sure if that came up on the stream. But 2 seconds, 8 to go. Going to 7 to go. Wyatt D. Thompson is running out of time. There is a Chevy in Christian Zarate who is on the lead lap. He can battle Trent Wilkin here. Try to help that Chevy teammate of Wyatt D. Thompson. They're not on the same team, but they run the same manufacturer. Now, depending on how easy Trent gets around them, it's pretty much clean air ahead. Besides, I believe that is Joseph Enright. No, it is not Joseph Enright up there. But it is somebody up there in front of Chris by half a straightaway. And depending on how easy I've been pinged multiple times. Dorian Davis has wheel damage, as I've been told. As Trent Wilkin looks to the inside of Christian Zarate, he's going to defend. So he's not going to go back to the wall. Trent Wilkins slides it in underneath Chris. Little bit of contact. Trent Wilkins looks to keep it as clean as he can. He doesn't want to damage his car. He doesn't want to jeopardize this race, which he has, for the most part, dominated. Besides that little stint there when he got tangled up. He's going to look to the inside of Chris again. A little bit of contact, a little bit more contact again. I imagine Trenton's getting pretty frustrated. He just lost half a second by this battle. Again, Wyatt D. Thompson, like that season 3 Fortnite scar. Golden scar. He loves seeing this. As Trenton makes the move work, Chris is going to look back to the inside. He's not going to get there. Trenton will get this rip off the exit in the run off the exit. Ahead of Trenton. There is practically nobody. Unless Chris can do something to slow down Trenton to help Wyatt, that is Trenton's race. There's 4 to go. Wyatt needs to run almost 4/10 quicker a lap, which, as of right now, he is not quite doing. He's running 5/10 quicker that lap, but Trenton was side by side with Chris for the entire lap. I believe Whitey Thompson was in the wall there, if I'm not mistaken. Could have been someone behind. As Trenton Wilkin ran practically the same lap time as Whitey Thompson. Whitey Thompson is running a little bit quicker. I think it's just not enough, and it's too late for the 77. Don't believe there's any other battles going on. There's for 8th. I believe Carmelo and Aaron. These two kind of near each other all race. And Cam, sorry. There's a 3-way battle for the 8th position. As the 70s look to the inside of the 20. He's not going to be there on the exit. This Carmelo into the wall. It's going to slow him down. Going to slow down the 72. Basically just gave P8 to Aaron, who was up front. Kissed the wall a bit too much as Carmelo again into the wall in the entry of 3. And 70 just can't really go anywhere. It's a small track. It's a skinny track. And if someone gets into the wall, you kind of need them to keep the speed up, or you might run into the back of them because you need time. Into the wall slows you down so soon. It is a final lap, though. We're going to go back to Trenton Wilkin, who, I mean, Whitey Thompson, not the car directly behind, but the car behind him is Whitey Thompson. Trent Wilkin, 3 and 4 for the final time. Don't exactly know how many laps he has led, but he has led quite a few of them. Trent Wilkin wins Darlington. Whitey Thompson, P2. Max Ford, P3. Tyler Helms, coming out of 3 and 4, P4. Chase S. Smith, very good run by him for P5. Henry Callahoff, P6. Noah Nicholson, P7. And that Charlotte Niner scheme. Aaron D. Cobbnott, Carmelo, Cam Barnes, Jacob S. Bryant, who's right behind him at the end there. Christian Zarate, the first car lap down. Condorian Davis, I believe he's already finished. Joseph Enright is backwards. So is the 41 of Travis Prather, Michael Deitch in that beautiful Tide car. Sadly, we didn't really see him that much this race. Yeah, Trent Wilkins is going to burn it down here as I missed part of his burnout. Sorry about that, Travis, or Trenton. No, to do my least favorite thing ever. Oh, I'm in the wrong channel. Oh, I'm in race control. I should not be in race control. I should be in, what VC should I be in? Wilkin finishes the burnouts. We will do, I believe, oh, sorry about that. We will do, I believe, Max Ford P3 for an alright day. Why am I doing it through there? I should be doing it through here. It's been a pretty good day. Could have been a lot better for the Toyota driver, but Where do I go back? Where do I go back? Oh, God, I have to go back and crap the laps. Actually, we're gonna do a blimp camera. I think that's a lot better, a lot more quieter. Hello, Max Ford.
Hello.
Talk. Uh, Tell us what happens there at the kind of the start there. You're in a decent starting position, and yeah, just talk us through it.
Well, I mean, start was good, and then shifting up to fourth gear, it just never shifted up, so it took me a half second longer to buzz back to Chris, and then whatever usual Chris happened. Uh, I knew Trenton was saving at the start there, because he was holding everyone up, and then I knew Aaron was pushing it, so I knew I was probably going to come out on P4 out of all that. But I guess mid-run, Aaron fell off. I was kind of getting closer to Tyler. I just need more time. And I kind of decided I'm going to stay out and just play the long run for the second half. And evidently it worked out because Tyler Helms could not save his tires for anything. And now I think I'm within 5, 6 points, maybe 7 points to Tyler Helms for the points lead.
6 or 7 points.
Yep, that's what they're saying. But yeah,
I mean,
once again, this race I do need to just point out Travis Prather almost wrecked me again, but I don't know. We'll see on track next week if he does anything again.
Alrighty. Well, that was Max Ford, P3. Yep. Wyatt D. Thompson, hello, P2 at Darlington. What did you need there at the end to catch Trenton?
It's a pretty good race overall. I appreciate my team for bringing a good truck out here again. I just had to pit a little bit early. I got wheel damage from a lap car, which I mean, no harm done. It's all right. Um, and I think just that tire difference. You saw Trenton was gaining like 3/10 a lap on
Yeah.
me with 2 lap different tires. I'm like, how is how is tires shaving off 1/10 a lap? That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no. Trenton, I don't know what he did to his tires, but running a harder
Got
compound or something, he was.
the cold
Oh my
trickle, the
God,
special
yeah.
sauce.
Yeah, no, good race. Thought you had it, but Trenton just something else with those tires, and he kept speed. I thought he was gonna burn his stuff up at the end there, and he just kept pulling a gap. So you were getting a little closer to the very end there for the last 4 or 5 laps, and he just pulled so much in that last stint there. But yeah, no, I suck at interviews, so that's it. Thank you for your time. Thank you for the race. Yeah, go enjoy season rewards. Oh, I didn't drag you. Yes, I did. Oh, what am I doing? Trent Wilkin. Hello, Trenton.
I got you.
So, obviously, you had illegal tires this race and an illegal race car, but you won. So, how do you feel about pretty much dominating this race at the second half there and winning on that long run there?
I mean, it feels good, especially feeling like Darlington's one of my lesser. I'm a second at Darlington, I feel, and just
Yeah.
being able to have the speed on the long run. Usually, I'll burn my tires. But I kind of went with a different strategy, especially didn't have much practice coming in late into the session, not knowing if I was going to race or not, and then being able to come in, run a good qualifying lap, obviously get on pole, and then kind of went kind of got lucky with no cautions for the race, which kind of benefited being able to have a good long run strategy.
Yeah. You doing good at the start. Had a little bit of a hiccup with, oh my God, the record on pit road. Had another hiccup with another driver. I forget who. Kind of fell back there. At the start to I believe 6 or 7. God damn it, to like seventh.
Six
Um,
seven.
what was your strategy after that when you kind of fell back there? You just keep running your race, or were you gonna?
I knew
Okay.
like Darlington's one of those races that you just need to race your own race and just kind of keep it clean. I saw a bunch from this running into the wall, and I knew that I was gonna be able to save my tires. Just be like, okay, let me just stick with the draft, stick with up with them because I know I have the speed, and then kind of just started clicking them off one by one. And then once we got up there, I was like, okay, this is actually better off. So this ended up doing racing our own race. That was kind of the strategy from the beginning. If we got back and we finished eighth off of that strategy, we finished eighth. But luckily, with how it fit, how all went out and we got the win, it feels really nice.
Yeah. Very good win. Pretty much dominated the second half. We're just doing good at the start. Besides that little hiccup there, can't really ask for much more. Yeah, that's I'm horrible at interviews, so that's pretty much it. But yeah, thank you for your time. Good win. Definitely not the
All right,
last. Many
thank
more
you.
to come. Yeah.
Let's hope so. Let's hope so.
Have a nice evening, night. Alrighty, that is it for tonight. Um, yep. Have a nice night, everyone. And yeah, that's all for Darlington Trucks. See you Friday. I won't be streaming Friday. I'll be racing. 96, text Imogen.